Hey guys, Rilhon here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to continue work on the Lusitania and we're going to work on the superstructure as well as her funnels and masts. The first thing we'll do is to add in the deck houses on, I believe this is C deck. So we'll add these in, we'll add in the decks, this deck and this deck before we add in anything on top of it. So that's what we're gonna do first here. So of course the next thing we want to do is start tracing. So that's what I've done here. I've selected C deck here and I've traced the outline of the deck houses. So this is the second class deck house and this is like the main first class and then third class deck house. This is one big one. And I'm not going to do this all the way probably over here because the open promenade ends around here somewhere, maybe even over here. And yeah, since I'm not gonna do interiors on these builds, I don't see the point. So if you're crazy enough to do interiors on these little boats, then have fun, is what I'll say. So yeah, let's put this in the game, shall we? So that's C deck laid out and yeah, let's go through it real quick here. So there was actually a slight overhang of this deck, so I'm going to move this back a little bit like this. And then you may have noticed back here, they don't exactly line up. So what I usually do is I just move it one block. Actually, let's do this manually. Like that. Make that go down and then we'll remove this wall. And we'll move this forward. There we go. And yeah, it goes all the way back roughly to there, so that's far beyond. You can't really see that it ends there. Another thing you want to do is you want to raise this one block up. Since the deck is only 2 blocks tall here, you want to raise this up a bit. This bulwark, very strange name. That goes to roughly around here. Yeah, measured, so it goes to here. A little bit longer, it goes to about there, but you can measure that on your plans if you need it. Yeah, that's that outlined. Let's add in some railings. We're gonna do iron bars. Add these in. And let's fill in the deck. I'm gonna do one half of the ship. When we finish the superstructure, we're gonna copy it over to the other side, just like we did with the hull. We can add in the supports for the promenade. Let's add in this fashion plate where it sort of goes down. And then we're also gonna add in some fences. You can use walls or whatever you want. Oh, it lines up so well. Nice. I am pleased. We can have that only go one block there, like this. 1, 2, there we go. Oh, look at that, lines up perfectly. I've now traced out B deck here and we're going to do the same process like we did with C deck. Alright, so that's the walls added in all over this deck. We're going to work here now, add another layer in the very front here. Then you want to go in one step or one step back rather, like this. And then just bring this line all the way back. And here we're going to do another promenade, the same as this one. I forgot to add in these, so we'll do that as well. Just remember to do that when you're done. I need a smooth quartz stair, and I will just stack this all the way back. Something like that. Same exact thing, but in quartz instead. And again, I'm so happy that it's lined up perfectly. So rare that that happens. Brilliant. Alright. We want to bring this around. And then we also need to do on this deck the same principle. Just bring this around, and this needs to go one block forward than the others. I also noticed here I forgot to add in the curve on this. It's gonna be barely noticeable in this scale, but it's important that you add it, I think. So yeah, unfortunately it's not going to line up anywhere, but it'll be something like that, or actually like that is probably best. So 4 blocks, if you're doing it in this scale, 4 blocks here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks here. And then do the same principle with this one, like that, and then we just want to add in the railing. Also add in the pillars. There we go. Now I will add in the decks and we'll get to work on a deck. And that is the A deck walls raised up. We're going to continue work here. We're going to do the bridge and we want to raise this up. And I also forgot to do one thing. We need to do a sort of border on the bottom here. Like this, because there were 3 segments of Lusitania's superstructure here. The forward section, kind of a strange shape, but that's what they did. And do this, there we go, with slabs, so it's a little bit more even in between them. So doing the bridge here, we're going to want to come back 1 block. So those are 4 blocks there, and then these 2 here, and then we want to go at 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and then 4 back again. Sort of like that. You want to raise this up like this, and then the bridge will be 5 blocks wide in total, so it goes like that, and then maybe that high. Add in the handrails. And you also want to bring these bridge wings down, so to this level, like that. The next thing you need to do is fill in this deck here, but to do that we need to first lay out all of the funnel casings, so that's what we'll be doing right now. And that's all of the casings laid out, even the engine casings back there. So let's fill this in. One more thing, let's just do the bridge real quick here. That is 14 blocks long in total. If you're building at this scale, place the top with 6 blocks, there we go. Around the second funnel here, the deck was actually extended up a little bit, and it went to about here where the engine skylight begins. So let's move this up and also extend this section up as well. There we go. That is how that looked. Alright, so I've outlined the funnels here in paint. I will be providing this in the description later. And yes, you don't see wrong. They are not the same space in between. The first 3, there's 18 blocks in between. The last one, yes, 17. That is not a mistake. The last funnel, the aft funnel, was actually a little bit closer than the other ones. So you're welcome. Now you know that. You will never be able to unsee it. Alright, so let's build this funnel together. So what you want to do is go 1 block back from this block here and put 1 there. It's going to be this wide, and it's going to be 8 blocks. So in total 5 blocks wide. Oh, yeah, let's get started. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one here is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, never mind. We need to make this 1 block higher. There we go. I was a little bit confused there. Let's bring this up. And here we go. That is that. Let's repaint it to orange. Base gold block, orange concrete, or the closest color to how it was in real life. The very vibrant orange funnels, and no, they were not red. That was only an invention. Queen Elizabeth II got a red funnel. She had a white funnel from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't exactly remember when I started with that, but that was not the original paint scheme. So that's the black top. Bring that forward 1 block. Then we need to add the stripes. So 2 blocks in between. That is probably go there. I think that's a little bit better. Let's make it a little bit more curved. We can just make it go out like that. There we go. That's up to you how you want to curve it. Also, it looks very plain right now, so I recommend adding in some riveting. So at the very top here and at this level. the same at every one of these black lines. And then also in like stripes going up, so maybe like 1 block in between in this scale is roughly right. There we go. I actually thought it looked better with a little bit more space in between these lines, so I made them 3 blocks instead of 2 to make it a little bit more even. This is the general shape you want. And we also need to add in the fiddly pipes on the front and back of them. Just bring these all the way up to here, and then the same on the back here, like that. Remember to add in these things on top of the funnels. I don't really know what these are called or what their purpose was, but you can see them on most funnels. That is the funnels in place. So now we have a rough outline of Lusitania. She looks more like herself than ever. And we need to flip this to the other side, so let's do that real quick. And that's her flipped. So let's move on to adding the docking bridge, which will be located right here. And you want to go up 2 blocks up and 1 block in again, so we have this sort of tiered look going to it. Bring this all the way back on both sides and bring this out like that. So you have 3 blocks long and it sticks out 1 block. Let's add in support pillars. And let's do that. Fill in the floor. And there's also a small kind of wheelhouse here, so you can't really make that too large at this scale, but it sort of sticks out a bit, like that. That's from the back, like that. Also, be sure to add in railings all over the ship. We have here on the forecastle deck, on top of the bridge, on top of the sun deck here. I also laid out where the lifeboats are going, so that'll be the next episode, we'll do that. So in between the 2 sets of lifeboats, there is this long rail here, and also here on the stern of course, and up on the docking bridge, and up on the second class lounge. And yeah, be sure to add in the wooden handrails as well on all of the spaces I have done here, mainly the first and second class areas. The final thing we're going to do in this episode is the masts, so let's do the forward one first, 31 blocks, and then we want to go up by 41, and you also want to go back here 6 blocks, and remove these ones, add 1 block behind it, and then go all the way up again and do the line method. These masts were painted in kind of like a pale yellow type color, so think of the White Star Line buff colors on their funnels. I'm gonna do strip birch though, and then let's do this one as well. That's the forward mast done. Let's add in some detailing, such as some stairs to make it more smooth. There we go. Now the second mast was a little bit shorter, and it also had a little bit greater so-called rake. What that is basically how far back it was angled. But yes, in this scale it is 42 blocks tall and 9 blocks back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's correct, good. There we go. Now the mast did go through the deck here, so what they did is sort of cut out a little hole for it to go through. There's a case here as well, so do that there. Forgot to put this in here. There's a lot of small things I need to fix on this build. The next episode will cover a lot of detail work. We'll be doing the propellers, the rudder, the rigging probably, and lots of skylights, the lifeboats and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the aft mast. Let's just quickly add in some stairs. Thank goodness for spectator mode, so I can no clip for everything. Okay, that's good enough. So yeah, that's the aft mast complete, and that officially concludes this episode of my Lusitania tutorial. Now some things are very rough right now, like I said, the detailing, need to fix some things. I haven't even added any deck here, but yeah, we'll fix all of that in the next episode. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you found it useful and somewhat watchable, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, bye bye.